Games, my guy.
Doing goes the dynamite.
It's only a game. Why did you catch me, man?
Hello, and welcome back to Games My Guy podcast, the esports podcast by fans for fans. My name is Patrick Aches Avery Kenny, and I'm joined by Little Boy Blue, my cat, and also joined, as always, is your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who has all the Overwatch League hot goss, the guy who is just he's just a good esports boy. Ethan Doc Goose Butler. How's it going, buddy?
I am having a wonderful day. It's always a pleasure to have Blue on the podcast, to be honest. It just brings a smile to my heart and a warmth to my face.
Good.
And
Blue, do you have anything to say? No. Nothing to say. We tried.
That's
Good
what
boy,
matters.
Blue. Good
We
boy.
tried, and therefore no one can criticize us. That's what it is.
That's all
That's
that
the point.
matters. That's all that matters is that we tried, we failed, but we tried.
And now no one can say anything about it because we had a cat on the show, so you must like. Give us all the lights. We brought the cat in. What more do we got to do?
Yeah.
cat.
If you want to see Blue, and just in our post for when we release the episode, just tell us what color Blue is, and you'll win a like from myself and probably Ethan. So
Like and subscribe to see Blue.
that's on our YouTube channel at Games My Guy. But this is the Boxing Day roundup. We had our fun little Christmas episode last week, talking all our Christmas wishes and hopes and dreams. But now it's post-Christmas. It's Boxing Day. It's commercial day to get all, everything's on sale. I think it's appropriate to do a little Christmas haul. What did you get, Ethan, for Christmas?
I have a very specific theme, it appears, when it comes to Christmas. It's Overwatch League merch. That's my family knows what I like, and that they all, through the lot of them, have sent me Overwatch League merch. So I got a few things. I got this wonderful Tracer water bottle, so I can not feel fancy when I'm doing the shows and keeping my throat nice and moist.
Did you have to go closer to the microphone for that?
Absolutely, moist should be heard by all.
Oh my god.
This is the moist episode.
I'm pretty sure moist, I saw a list somewhere that moist was one of the top 3 words that people hated to hear.
I don't understand it. What's so wrong with moist? Is it the oyster or the
Stop
the
saying
tea?
it. We're gonna lose the
Oh,
few
we're gonna get
followers.
'em.
We're gonna lose
We're
the
the
few.
we're the controversial podcast. We say moist, and we say it a lot.
We were the boys who say moist. That's the name of the episode. That's the name of the episode.
Oh God, we're done.
We're done for.
We had a good run.
Yeah, a good 40-ish episodes, and that's
Yeah, there's a moist run, if you will. It's like in the movie Super Troopers when they can't say meow. No, it's shenanigans.
it. Yeah.
And so whoever says shenanigans one more time is gonna fucking bat to the head. Hey, Fava, what's that restaurant you like with all the shit on the walls? Oh, you mean shenanigans? And it's like he pops out and they try. Oh yeah, I like it.
That's a good one.
That's your movie meme for the day.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, I see one gift atop your head caressing
It's
your
true.
lovely ears.
A new headset and wireless.
Ooh.
Had to step my game up with a new wireless mouse matching. It's not in the camera.
Ooh.
There it is.
Ooh.
Nice purple.
A nice white and purple theme.
Had to go for it. Had to change things up. It's time.
It's
But
time. What is
I
it?
also-
It's Logitech, right?
Yeah, Logitech. The box somewhere around here. His name was a Logitech. Somewhere I put it. It's here. 305, I think. But
yeah.
it was so far it's really nice. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
I only played one game of Overwatch so far with it, so I don't know how it's gonna be in other roles. But it got me a lot of success on Torbjorn.
There you go. If you were to give us a Yelp review of the headset, so like 2 sentences, what would it be?
How to work moist into this review?
Don't you dare.
I can't say it's moist. That sounds horrible for like a headset. But
Yeah.
no, it's comfortable and adjustable, and it molds to your head. I find because there's that
Ooh.
little band up here that
Mhm.
like when you put it on, it like stops when it should be stopping.
That's cool. That's nice.
Yeah. I like it.
It's good.
So
No,
fun.
I am a huge fan of the over-the-top headphones. I have my HyperX over here, but I have my Yeti plugged in, so I didn't want to use it today. But I've noticed a trend, especially among streamers, to go for like little earbuds. Like they have like really nice like big earbuds and stuff.
Yeah, like I've been watching some like Among Us streams with like Corpse and like Saikuno and
Mhm.
Valkyrae and Poti and which is I'm really enjoying. To be honest, I'm watching the videos. I just love Saikuno the most. He's just so pure and so innocent, and like, he just loves Corpse with all his heart. Like, there's one clip where it's just he's like, Corpse was like talking. He's like, oh, my throat's a little sore. I was screaming. He's like, and Saikuno is just like, oh, that's nice. Was that for like when your songs? He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, can't wait to hear it. And then like Corpse is like, oh, you like that music? And Saituno just pauses, like, no, but I like your music. And he just, but then Corpse asks Saituno to scream and send it to him. He's just like, you want me to scream into the microphone? And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, their friendship knows no bounds. They're
It's
just friends
adorable.
forever.
I love it. Just and I don't know what I've been into tangents about Corpse yelling bingus as his code word for killing, and Ray's is babushka, and like I don't really understand the old meme yet. I'm just getting into it, but fuck, it's funny.
Oh
My
man,
brother and I were watching it.
that's good. That's good. Yeah, there's the Among Us streamers are definitely popping off ever since that game came out.
It's so fun.
It
but-
is. It is. It.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing.
Yeah. Let me break it down for you.
It's fun.
Yeah, Among Us, you need the right type of people to play with, and you need the right attitude because that game can make you so salty.
I'm always salty. No, well, not when I play that game. Not always, but most of the time it seems. I remember the one time I was playing, and I got the body was on one side of the spaceship. I was on the other. In like I was in like, I think navigation or something. The body was found in like reactor.
Yeah.
On the one map, and they yeeted my ass out of the plane because they accused me of killing them. I was just like, I wasn't even in that room. I was nowhere near the body, and I still got killed because I'm apparently naturally suspicious. And I was just like, oh, it's like we didn't see you. Yeah, because I was doing my tasks. I was busy.
Yeah, you were being a good crewmate. You were being a good friend to everyone, but you got thrown under the bus.
I keep my head down. I do my tasks, and I get killed. That's my game experience in Among Us.
Yeah, I've kind of thrown strategy out the window for that game. It's just go do your task. If you die, you die. There's no like I don't know like every time I've tried to go and like get someone to see one of the visual tasks that I have like asteroids or like dumping garbage, it's always been the guy coming to kill me. It's like I've always gotten the guy, the imposter, to come and he always kills me. So I've never had any luck.
It just always happens like that. You can't trust anybody. And that's the point, I guess. That's what gets me mad when I see people always like, oh, we'll just group up and walk around the whole time. That just defeats the whole purpose of the damn game. It's no fun.
Yeah.
What's the imposter gonna do? Kill someone? You got one kill. Like 3 other people saw you because they were all together doing their tasks one at a time. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And then the game is like 15 minutes long and you're like, oh my God.
Can't do anything.
Yeah.
Sabotage and
Ugh. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's a great game. It's a great game.
It's very fun. Very fun. Great for friends.
It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh
fun.
if you're in the right headspace for sure.
Yes, you have a bite to eat, go to the bathroom, maybe shower before, and then so you're calm and ready to kill your friends.
Exactly. But for Christmas, we were also gifted with a little bit more some Overwatch League news.
Yes.
Yeah. Ethan actually sent it to me today, like literally a couple hours before we started recording. Ethan, why don't you fill us in?
Man, the London Spitfire, ever since the Gauntlet ended, have been doing their teases, and like they've been putting like they did last year with their players, except a lot of the players they were teasing no one like knew. So it was for me it was less effective. No offense, I didn't know who Sandronar was at the time, and so that's on me, admittedly. But like when they were teasing Sandronar and it was announced, I was like, what is that? I don't know what's fuck's going on. But now they're teasing They're teasing what looks like be the new roster. Like they released a tease the other day. It was from the forest of the one like deathmatch map, I think.
Oh yes, yeah.
Which you never see, which I've never played.
Never ever in my life.
But so that was teased, and they had a shot from Busan, but they have little riddles that come with each one, and like they're pretty fun so far. But it looks like they're still teasing. So it looks like they're counting down. So in like I think they posted the 6th one this morning. So they're counting down, I think, to a full roster reveal. But they did announce two things officially this week. One, which was one very near, I was super excited about. British Hurricanes head coach Fisher, who used to be a favorite player of mine, is joining the Spitfire. He's going to be assistant coach, Patrick. He's coming in.
Yeah.
He's bringing that winning mentality into the Spitfire. He does dope hair.
Yeah, the Vegeta of the Dragon Ball Z universe has finally come home and is now a coach for a very, very, hopefully very, very good team coming to 2021.
I hope so. It's hard to tell because they're committing to a more of a Western roster. A lot of people interpret it. I think it was looking like full European, but their net signing, which they did today, which is the one you were hinting at, was Blase. Blase is on the Spitfire now, which I was conflicted because I like Blase. I think he's good. I think I've seen him do some crazy plays, especially on Doomfist. That man takes over a game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't I was disappointed by the sign. It was just so above left field that it was not teased, it was not leaked, everything was under wraps, and I loved here. I love leaks, but I also love being surprised. And so this was awesome. So I was literally woken up by this news today because I have it popped up as a Discord notification. I was like, huh? And I looked at my phone. I was like, Blase, cool.
Yeah, like when you said that to me, that was not what I was expecting. I didn't think Blase was going over to the Spitfire, but I mean, Halo, he's released a lot of leaks, and I don't know. I didn't think the Blase one was going to be real.
I didn't even see the Blase one. All I know is, good for him. I follow him on Instagram, and he's this is not even Overwatch related, but he's always making food content on Instagram. He's posting the meals he's making. Man was making lasagna the other day. It looked great.
Ooh.
He's always cooking. I don't know what he's cooking up for. I don't know if he still lives in the house with where Rochus was. I think Rochus was still in the house, and Dante, and all I see was Rochus sometimes would pop in and go out for ice cream, and I was like, what the hell's going on? But no, apparently what the story is, which Halo reveals, that Blase, well, not Halo specifically revealed, but Blase apparently did really well in trials, and to the point where a lot of teams were interested in him, and one of those teams, Vancouver, lost out. They wanted Blase, and London swooped in, I think, and got him. And so again, my Titan boys just got fucked over. But some might say they deserve it. I don't. It's they've suffered a lot. Whatever.
Yeah.
I digress. But Blase could be good for this team. What do you think? Because I'm hopeful.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone else, and I know like yourself, everyone's hoping for the British Hurricane just to be completely signed over to the Spitfire. Like that seems to me to be the best course of action. I think all the fans would agree. The signing of Blase does confirm that they're going for more of a Western roster, and they're definitely going for something maybe a little bit more mixed. But we were talking earlier, when this news broke, and we were kind of confused a little bit why certain players weren't chosen over Blase. Dened, I thought he would be picked up. There's a lot of other talent that could have been picked up as well. And yeah, Vancouver Titans, I also knew about that they were in talks with Blase, but they didn't have the money to buy him, I don't think, to be honest. Blase will make a very good flex DPS. Of course, he's very, very talented.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at the other players in the pool of free agents, there's a lot of other players that could have been considered. It was just interesting that they came to Blase in the end.
That's the thing. So I have to believe that it had to have come down to those trials, because it's just how the main tank for the Paris Eternal now, Don, said, he's like, it really hurts my feelings, he says, when people say how I didn't deserve this when all the players they're mentioning who deserved it more were in the same trials as me. So right. I have to assume a lot of these players that were in trials and Blase performed better, which is interesting. Obviously, trials are one thing and actual in-game play is another, but that does mean something. That shows Blase must have done something well, because people's opinion of him was tainted, obviously, with the past couple years. Because admittedly, in his defense, he's been asked to do some things he wasn't signed to do. He was playing hit stand, which he's not a hit stand player. He's playing McCree, but he's not meant to play that role. He is a flex DPS player, so he's not naturally going to be playing the hit stand roles. Right. He was flexing into off tank quite a bit. he was playing the Roadhog. He was playing Diva for
Yeah.
Boston. And like, it was split role, so his stock has fallen when he's not playing his proper role. But so it could be really good. Like you talked about other players who could have been in there, like Peter Bull have mentioned Nico
Mhm.
as one of the options. He's a European player, he's currently looking for a team, which now I think Vancouver should immediately honestly Vancouver should approach Nico and Ben Best, because as much as I like Shredlock, I think having a veteran presence like Ben Best in could really help uplift his gameplay level if things work out.
Yeah, and not only is he a veteran player, but he's also a player that has grown over 2020 and has like really tried to be one of the best main tanks. And he just wasn't given a spot on Paris. So I mean that's a player that I would think would be a hot commodity.
I think so too, because like if he could also complement Shredlock's hero pool, maybe because Shredlock can play all the heroes to a good level. I've seen a lot. His best hero that I've seen him play, at least in the Overwatch League, was Winston.
Yeah,
and that Ben Best's worst hero is Winston. So they would essentially function as another Ben Best no smite, but with Shredlock instead of no smite.
Right.
But for London, I'm predicting like a 9 to 10 player roster.
So with the Hurricanes being signed on as well.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking, because a lot of their teases so far have indicated, and Halo has leaked Hadi, Molfig, and Ripa so far. So that's Halo's reports. But the way they've teased, certain teasers have indicated like Kellex as well. And Sparker's underage, but you could still sign him as like maybe a two-way, or keep him on Hurricane and promote him later. That's up to you. But I think even with Blase, like you can sign Danon, because Danon and Blase could complement each other's hero pool. They allow them to specialize even more. The problem is one of Danon's best heroes is also Doomfist, but I don't know who's better, Blase or Danon, because I haven't seen Danon play a lot of Doomfist recently. Sometimes he does, but he looks really good. But Blase is naturally so good at Doomfist.
Yeah.
But so you could theoretically promote all of Hurricane and sign more players. Like you could do, let's see, like 2 tanks, 2 support, maybe 3 support. So that's 5. Sorry.
Quick math.
I have an English degree. Okay, it's not. I don't math.
Yeah, but we are not known for our maths here at Games My Guy.
No, we're known for our feeding and our eating.
Hey, feeding and eating. That's
and moisting. Let's go. But yes, you could Eureka. You could sign. That's 5. So you could sign then 4 DPS players, and then you could touch is like. That's not a bad idea to have 2 flats, 2 hit stand, because it covers 2 hit stand DPS, has your flats to specialize, and look at the shot. The shot to have 5 DPS players.
Right.
And
but the San Francisco Shock, they have the capital to actually like purchase these players.
I don't know how much like Cloud9 gives
to
Fire. They're not a small org. I don't know. They're probably not as successful as obviously as the Shock have been in Overwatch, at least.
Of course.
But 9 players is manageable. It's 2 more than league minimum, and
True.
It would be good to have options. Like, depth of roster is what is good for teams. Lack of depth is kind of what hindered Boston last year a lot, minus coaching issues. And same thing with Vancouver. Lack of depth is an issue, because you need players who can play certain heroes. Like it's tough.
And you were also talking about how like Blase's stocks kind of plummeted. Just because of all the off roles that he was playing in the Overwatch League. We saw this similarly with like Hydration, who really lost a lot of stock, and hopefully making a comeback coming into the new year. But it's going to be interesting to see where Blase fits, especially if they're going to go with this 9-person roster. I know a lot of fans are kind of anticipating that the entirety of the Hurricanes is just going to be signed in, slotted in as they were in as they were the Hurricanes. So I mean, we'll see where Blase kind of fits in that equation.
That's the thing that people have mentioned time and time again. One of the Hurricanes' greatest strengths was that synergy.
Right.
Those boys have been playing together for a long time.
Yeah, it's a very 2018 Vancouver Titans, 2019.
19, yes. 19. That's right. I had to think about it too. I was when was season 2?
Yeah, is it just the same kind of scenario where you sign a whole team to come on and they've been playing together for years, so you just have that built-in synergy already.
And that'll give you, I think, at least a benefit in the early stages of the year. It might wear off halfway through once the teams have built synergy, but that's why you have depth. That's why you bring in other players. Like Hurricane's great, but you can improve on it. Like Hurricane was
Totally.
really good for European contenders, and like that competition level rose exponentially throughout the year. But it's not like that's why I'm fine with Hadi and Molf being the only two tanks because Hadi is ridiculous, to be honest. That boy he can play everything at such a high level. He's probably the best Western ball. That may be a hot take. Other than like Shape on American Tornado and certain other players. And like Molf is super flexible as well, and they have that great tank chemistry, so they know how to play off each other and they know how their tendencies are.
Yeah.
But having depth at DPS is super important.
Yeah, and traditionally most teams just sign two tanks.
Yeah,
because most, like, if you're signing a main tank and an off tank, they usually know how to play the three champions that are required of them. So
three, you're being very generous. It's like one a month they get to play.
Yeah.
No more, no less. They get to play. They get to pick one.
Yeah.
And if they're wrong,
then you're out of the Overwatch League.
You're done.
You can't. Yeah. So synergy is way more important when it comes to finding like a tank duo versus a DPS lineup where, maybe Doomfist isn't in rotation, or maybe Doomfist isn't a viable character, or the hero pool isn't exactly lending itself towards a certain DPS player that you have on your roster. Depth is a huge thing. You saw, like, the best example I can think of that is the Washington Justice during the Genji meta last year, where they went from third last to like almost in playoffs.
It was madness. Like Tuva's Genji was slicing people. It was ruining days. He was making everyone not have a fun time.
Yeah, but before that, it was like nothing. It was like they were another trash team.
Yeah, and then in the playoffs, they found themselves in a very advantageous situation. And I can't, I'll give it up to Pre. Pre is the general manager of the Justice. That man's a genius, and he just swooped. He got Decay in at the perfect time, at the perfect business, and then he's like, Decay's staying here for 2 years. He signed it for like, I'm done. No more. You're not going anywhere. We got you.
Decay, you're here forever. It's fine. You found a home.
You're moving in with, I don't know, Jerry. Yeah, Decay. You live with Jerry now.
We do bunk beds here. Jerry already claimed the bottom bunk and the top bunk, so you get under the first bunk.
And you get the bench out back.
How do you like bench
Jerry
out
lets
back?
you.
Yeah. That's Jerry's bench. I really should have asked him before I offered it to you.
He did make you a blanket. It's about paper towel and tinfoil. So it might work. We don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Is it warm? No. Is it a blanket? No, but it's yours.
Yeah, make good use of it, Decay. It's Jerry's house. Jerry actually owns the team. He bought he owns the Justice now. He paid for it out of pocket.
You might as well. Yeah. Oh, Jerry, I'm excited to see him next year.
I am too, and like he was so fun to watch on Boston.
Yeah,
he popped off a lot, and it could have been a symptom of good player on a bad team. But like, I don't know. I think Jerry has some people are sleeping on with some solid coaching, and like he doesn't have to be the Terry. To be honest, he just needs to play his role well.
That's right.
And so you should be fine. You've got like arguably a top 3 tank line with Meg and Fury. And I think Rhea's there too, but I'm going with Fury. Unless Rhea just kills Fury.
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the Justice House.
Yeah. You have a lot of very similar storylines, actually. Like Jerry, was he a good player on a bad team, or was he just like just another part of the team that didn't do very well? You have like another player like Shockwave, who was on the Vancouver Titans last year. I'd mean this in no disrespect.
Of course.
It was a team that was put together very quickly, and they tried to find ways to make things happen. And Shockwave looked amazing on that team. Will he look good on the Fusion coming up? One can only dream. But
I hope so.
We'll see. There's a lot of very similar storylines that are going on that Jerry is experiencing.
Yeah, and like you could bring up Shockwave because it also comes down to coaching. Because like. Supreme, I love Supreme. He's a great dude. He's always super nice on Twitter. It's super wholesome, and players seem to think highly of him. So that goes well for his hopeful success in the Justice. Same with Shockwave. 9K is praised on everywhere for being so good at what he does. That like Shockwave in that system should thrive.
Yeah.
Like him and Carpe, like people are nervous about the Fusion because maybe they should sign some more players. Maybe they should add a bit more depth. But like they still have arguably, like I talked about top tier tank line in the Justice. Fusion may have the best support line in the league, and that's a bold claim with a shot in the game.
Yeah.
But Funny Astro and Alarm are unbelievably good.
Hey, I like the hot takes. I'll take a hot take every day,
I'm saying,
Ethan.
it's spicy. This ain't a moist take, Patrick. This is a hot take. It's
Piping
and
hot.
spicy. Piping hot.
Yeah.
But it's tearing your butthole. It's so spicy. That's how this take is. But and then like if 9K must really believe in EQO and Poto because EQO is now the sole flex player. Shockwave can flex. I will say that, but he's played a bit of Genji. Actually, Shockwave can play a lot of things, but EQO will play probably the Genjis, the Pharahs, the Echoes, etc. And then putting a lot of faith into Poto as well. Like Poto is a great player. People think look down on Poto too much because he's not Fury, but I don't think he's that far off from Fury. Like Poto can be really as good.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried.
He's been great in the past, and he's consistent, I think, is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's something that you really look for in your flex, just hoping that they're consistent. But you're right. We'll just have to see if he can really kind of compete with the new talent that are coming into the league. A lot on their shoulders, being the only flex.
That's the thing. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
but especially because they're in APAC too. Because like APAC's gonna be a pretty. APAC's always a strong region, but I think they might be stronger this year. To be honest, there's like I'm not saying stronger than NA as a whole because NA leveled the fuck up. Like the top teams are looking real good, but like Chengdu's leveled up quite a bit. They got a couple of really cool players. The Spark have literally 2 rosters on their team. Shanghai, I don't think it's going to look worse, to be honest. Just Fearless maybe have higher highs than Fate, but Fate's more consistent.
For
I don't
sure.
know.
Yeah.
Fate's really good still. Fate's not bad. Fate's super strong. But like, they had like freaking Erster, Molly. The teams are looking good. New York, because they announced their DPS this week.
That's right.
I'm not overly familiar with anyone but Ivy. Your sweet boy Ivy.
The man is back. I can't wait. I wish it was to Toronto, but I get to watch Ivy play. That's all I care about. I feel the same way about Ameng. If Ameng is still in a roster, I'm still a Hunters fan.
That's the thing. Like, I don't even need will he play this season because now they have Gaga, who's also really good. Really good at who's Wrecking Ball who's really good at. Gaga is really good at Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
And so I was like, will Ameng play? I don't know. I'm just happy he's still there. I don't need to play. I just want him to be there at all times, making me feel safe.
Exactly. I feel comfy cozy whenever I watch a Hunters game and Ameng is playing ball.
You just feel like everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And you think the world's right. And like when he's countering a Sombra on Wrecking Ball, you just think, yeah, there's hope. Hope for the future.
You know what? I was a little depressed before I started watching Chengdu Hunters, but ever since then, the world's opened up to me.
The world is my oyster. I am cool. I am happy.
I am like a man, rolling around, doing whatever I want, hitting kids, and just taking names.
That's the Ameng way.
That's the Ameng way. It's true. It's true.
Long may he roll.
But stepping away from Overwatch just for a second,
yes, please.
There was something that I wanted to talk about that's a little near and dear to my heart.
Of course, Patrick, please.
There is a little beautiful game called Splitgate that I've been playing for the last 4 months or so, 5 months or so. No, definitely like 4 months. It's a little great game. It just came free to play last year. And it got some funding. It's not a very big game. The average player base is around 400. I think they peak at around 800 on a good day. But they did just get some funding from, I'm probably going to mispronounce it, Zola Funding Club. So XSOLLA. And they got that just before Christmas. They were gifted some sort of gift pack from them and some funds. Basically to update the game, make it look a little bit more modern. But the reason I love this game so much is just because it's an arena shooter, so very similar to Halo and Call of Duty, that kind of arcade shooter style. but it uses portal systems. So you basically get portals and you can like transport yourself across the map, which makes them for some really interesting gunfights, some gunplay. The time to kill is very similar to Halo as well. And it's a really fun game. Honestly, it's very, very fun. And it's really exciting to see like these kind of smaller games getting some funding and hopefully bring more players into play.
Well, I know I've seen you play it frequently with our good friend, Mr. Penguin.
Penguin,
Penguin Perfect, Ryan Connell.
Land and Go, the man,
And
the
Go,
myth.
the beautiful prince who we love to praise. And I think has Larry been playing it too, or am I crazy?
Larry has played a little bit with me.
I thought I saw you two powing around.
Yeah. He's been playing a little bit. It's just like it's an FPS that there's no bullshit. Like, you know how in certain games, like if there's like a sprint thing. Sorry, 1 second.
No worries.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. So sometimes there's like a. Oh my goodness. Hold on. 1 second.
I'll take this opportunity to have beverage.
Okay. 31:19. So I'll remember to cut that. Okay. So, so it's basically like you know how in certain like games if there's like a sprint thing, like in Halo Reach, if you sprint and then you come out and you're trying to like ready up your gun, there's like a 2-second window where you're not allowed to shoot.
Yeah.
In Splitgate, there's nothing like that. It's very fast. It's very there's not a lot of bullshit. It's one of those games. I think one of the devs, Cardinal Soldier, he explained it the best on his stream, was that it's a game with a very high skill ceiling, but the concept of like the movement and the portals, it's something that people can really catch on to very quickly. So it's a very hit scan focused game. There's a lot of really cool game modes, and I'm hoping this funding really takes it to the next level, making it more modern and hopefully bringing in some more players, because it's a small group. Honestly, I've been playing the competitive scene a little bit, and I play the same like 40 players whenever it's on. So it would be nice to get some more players in there, to be honest.
Just rolling. Hey, Steve. Hello, Ace.
No, it's
Ready
literally
for another game today. Yep.
Yeah, no, literally, like the streamer base, there's like 4 streamers that play it pretty constantly, and whenever I'm in my games, I always get matched with them, and I'm like, fuck, god damn it, these guys again.
You're like, well, gotta show them who's boss.
Time to send them to Pound Town. Here we go.
You want to see? You guys want to come play? You want to see? You want to see your favorite friends lose? Here, well, here's 8. I'm taking it to you.
Exactly. Oh no, I go hard on that game. It's so fun.
As you should. I know you're getting focused straight up.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. But yeah, Splitgate. It's on Steam. It's free to play. Definitely download it. It's a good time. But this brings us to the end of our podcast episode. A nice little Boxing Day roundup filled with moist conversations and
It's so moist.
so moist.
So delightfully.
I can't say moist more than
creamy and moist.
Yeah, there's only so many times I can say moist before I disgust myself. But Ethan, do you have any closing comments for us before we pack this episode up?
Of course, praise be unto a man. Long may he roll, and long may he be in our hearts. But other than that, I'm just looking forward to honestly seeing the Spitfires finish the roster. But I've been waiting for this for feels like forever now, and like I wanna know if I should. I'm gonna be excited because I do like Blase, but I'm curious to see now. This like his signing, like you said, opens up so many doors. Before it was just like, okay, it's gonna be Hurricane probably, and now it's just like, well, Hurricane and who? Because now I'm like, there's so much excitement. Anything could happen. I don't know what's going on, but I'm very curious to find out.
Totally. And we will all find out hopefully next week. Hopefully they'll keep posting the roster as it comes out. But if it does, you'll hear it first here on Games My Guy podcast. See you next week.